Hello, and welcome to another edition of Crossings Through History. This week, we'll be looking at the Nachusa Rd grade crossing on the UP Geneva Sub in Nachusa, Illinois. I originally photographed this crossing in July of 2019, and at the time had a pair of older Safetran signals. These were installed sometime in the mid-1970s by the Chicago Northwestern, and likely originally had 8-inch lights. C&W later replaced these with 12 by 24-inch Safetran incandescents, and then by the late 2000s, UP had upgraded lights to Electrotex LEDs. The original bell for this crossing had also been replaced by a WCH Type 2E bell, which I believe has been here since at least the mid-2000s. By 2019, the crossing still had the original Safetran gate mechanisms, which I dubbed the mid-1970s style, with the lettering up high close to the gate lock. Both gate mechanisms had also gotten GSI gate savers at this point, which were definitely not original to these gate mechanisms. Both of the gates also had been replaced by this point with the newer striping, with 4-inch Rico LEDs on the northern signal and 4-inch NEG LEDs on the southern signal. Also, the crossbucks and track signs had been replaced by this point too, with newer signs with reflective material, all of which appeared to have been made by NEG. Despite all the changes here, these signals still look largely the same as they were in the 1990s when UP took over this line from the Chicago Northwestern. The DOT number for this crossing is 175148R, and as of 2022, this crossing had 2 accidents, one in 1988 and one in 2008. The one in 1988 resulted in 2 injuries, but thankfully neither accident has resulted in deaths. This crossing featured a relay case in the southeast quadrant, which was getting very rare to find by this point on the Geneva Sub. One other fun note about this crossing is that just east of it was the crossovers known as CPYO93, and as of 2019, this was still protected with a full set of searchlight signals. This was one of only a few remaining areas with searchlights at this point on the Geneva Sub. By October 2020, several strong indicators started appearing that these signals were going to be replaced soon. A new bungalow was spotted in Nelson, and new conduit was also erected around the crossing. Also by this point, a new bungalow appeared for CPYO93, giving a strong indication that the searchlights were also about to be replaced very soon. By January 2021, the new relay bungalow for the crossing was moved out to the site and put in place in front of the relay case. By February 2021, the PTC antenna was added to the new relay bungalow, but not much else had changed by this point. You can see as well the new relay bungalow for CPYO93 was also installed. By March 2021, there still hadn't been much changes occurring here. However, for some reason, UP dropped off the old searchlight signals from Cortland here in Nachusa, next to the still operating searchlight signals. I honestly have no idea why UP did this, but it was a very strange sight to see. By June 2021, work had started ramping up on the replacements for both the crossing and the wayside signals. New foundations were on the ground getting ready for the wayside signals, while one new foundation for the crossing was seen behind the old relay case. By July 2021, a second foundation had appeared behind the old relay case, and the new eastbound signals for CPYO93 had also been erected. The old searchlights for Cortland were also seen loaded up onto a trailer. Again, I still have no idea why these were brought out here in the first place. By August 8th, we could see that the new foundations were getting very close to being installed. And by August 13th, the new foundations had been installed, and also partially graded. Finally, on September 14th, the brand new crossing signals were finally installed and activated. These photos were taken just hours after they had finished the installation here. Both of these signals are very typical installs for UP nowadays, with 12 by 24-inch GE dotted LEDs and Safetran frames, NEG bells, Siemens gate mechanisms with the imprinted logo, NEG gate savers, and the newer gate striping with NEG clear LEDs. By this point, the new relay bungalow had also been activated, with the old relay case now sitting dormant. The crossing work had been nearly completed, however the old searchlight signals were still going for the time being. Finally, by October 30th, the old relay case for the crossing had been removed, and the new LED wayside signals for CPY-093 were also activated. With the crossing upgrades completed and the wayside signal upgrade completed, there were now no more CNW era signals left in downtown Nachusa. And this concludes this look at Nachusa Road. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see these pictures and more in full resolution, click the link in the description for the page for this crossing on Mike's crossing site. There were now no more CNW era signals on the... Do you mind, Amtrak?